Welcome back to the channel. In this video, I kind of wanted to do kind of a year overview of my 340i over here, kind of why I bought the car, a little bit of my visions for the car, how much it's cost me over the year time frame, and just things that I kind of like and dislike about the car. So stay tuned and let's get to it. So the 340i has always been kind of one of my favorite cars ever since I kind of found out what it really was. I was a big JDM fan and still will always be. And I always heard that BMWs were kind of unreliable in the sort. So I always kind of shied away from them. I didn't give them a chance at all. And then the Toyota Supra comes out, and so I'm like, okay, they revived the Supra, and everybody had all of the talks about, hey, this is, just a BMW with the Supra, I mean, a Toyota logo on it. And there was a lot of mixed reviews on the Supra when it actually came out. And so I did a little research on the engine and found out that the engine was the B58. And so I was like, okay, the Supra, when it came out, it was super expensive. And even for a manual transmission Supra now, it's super expensive. So I looked up all the cars with the B58 and I stumbled across the 340s. I started doing more research into them, and I found out that they were actually affordably priced because these came out in 2016, which was about 4 years before the first Super came out, I believe. And so once I seen these, they were always on my radar, and I was just kind of waiting for the right timing. So when I got the 340 last year, I traded in my Honda Accord 2.0T. And I really enjoyed that car. The Honda Accord was very clean. It did me well, and it was very reliable. But I always wanted, that rear wheel drive kind of turbo six feeling. My favorite car ever is a Toyota Chaser. I own two of them, a JZX90 and a JZX100. I'll probably throw some pictures here of what they kind of look like. And that was, a great car for me. I felt like that car was the epitome of a good daily car. And so I was trying to search for that feeling, and the Accord had satisfied that feeling a little bit, but the four-cylinder with the front wheel drive just didn't really match what I wanted. And so I was just scouring the internet, and I found this 340i right here. It was 2016 340i non-M Sport edition. I believe it had 60, no, I'm lying. It had 80,000 miles on it. It was one original owner, and it didn't have any mods on it at all. It didn't have, just stock everything. So this was somebody's weekend car. I believe he didn't really drive it that often. With only 80,000 miles, with it being the 2016, I think he just took it on the weekends, and he was from Tennessee. So I think maybe he just kind of, just went around the mountains and just kind of, took this around the canyons, but he didn't do anything to it. So I went on ahead and purchased the car. Um, and I just, fell in love with it ever since. I haven't had any crazy, issues with the car. The one issue that I did have was in the heat. The heater, my actual coolant line started leaking one time. And I believe it was just because I turned on the heater. And I believe that this guy had this car just as a summer car. Never drove it in the winter or anything. So when I turned on the heat, one of my coolant lines kind of busted. The only issue with that made that kind of convoluted was where the leak was. It was on the bottom of one of my coolant hoses, and so when that was leaking, every coolant hose was kind of wet. So I went on ahead and took apart a lot of the car. I may have some pictures here that I'll kind of insert in, and I just replaced all the coolant lines that I seen that was wrong, and haven't had an issue with anything ever since. It's reliable. I drive it, commute about 2 to 3 times a week, an hour, both ways. So it drives perfectly. It's always getting good gas mileage. It's comfortable when you need to put it in comfort mode, but it isn't, too stiff as something like an M3 would be during the day-to-day life. So I'm really enjoying it. Let me give you guys a little bit of view of the interior of the car. So this is the interior of the car. Excuse my monster can, but it was very, very clean, very, very seamless. When you sit down in the driver's seat, it feels very, very comfortable in here. So I added this from eBay because the original one was just scratched up or whatever. So I think it flows pretty well. It comes with the ambient light up under here, and it automatically lights up with the papaya orange, and it kind of matches the whole car. So overall, the interior was in very good condition, even when I bought it, in even over a year for 2016. A lot of people get in this car and kind of say, like, man, it looks very modern despite its age. And I'm currently sitting at 89,000 miles right here. So overall, it's been good to me. I really do enjoy the car. I have big plans for it. So the things that I have done was added tint all the way around the car. I added the rear spoiler to the car. I went up in size to 19s for the wheels. I just got these wheels. I need to take them off, wash them again, and ceramic coat them. I had a small pinhole leak in one of my tires, and so I just took the whole tires and wheels off and got brand new wheels. Got these ones from Fitment Industries. So it was really good. I really enjoyed these wheels. Went with Pilot Sport all seasons, all the way around, and I believe 19 and 9 in the front and 19 and 10 and a half in the rear. And then I went with H&R lowering springs to kind of drop the car a little bit. And the overall stance is, kind of semi-aggressive, but it isn't too crazy for daily driving. I am, however, probably going to take the H&R springs off and go ahead and go with some coilovers. So if you guys know any good coilovers for 340, go ahead and drop some comments for me. The reason that I'm going to go ahead and change is just because my struts seem to be going out with the H&R lowering springs, and I'm pretty sure they were on their way out already. But it's, when you put in lowering springs, you put more strain on all of your, extra suspension components. So it's just about that time. And so instead of trying to buy all new struts around, at least for the front, I'm just going to go ahead and get some coilovers, and that way I'll be able to adjust my ride height a little bit. So I kind of blabbered along about all the things that I liked about the car. So I guess let me go ahead and talk about some of the things that I dislike about this particular model that I bought. So the one thing that I dislike is I didn't get the M Sport package. And the reason that I dislike that is because the M Sport package adds so much more of an aggressive look to the front of the car. The thing about it is, though, at first I didn't like it, but it's a love-hate relationship now because the car looks like a sleeper right now. It kind of blends in with normal traffic, but that B58 does sing. And so when you want to get on it, you can get on it. But when you want to blend in and look like, just a normal car, then you can do that. So I guess that would be, a moderate dislike and a like, the more that I own the car. I guess another dislike that I have about the car is not really about my car, but more so on the BMW community, at least from what I've seen. So when you see this car, of course, everybody's kind of like, oh, it's not an M3, it's not an M3, you should have got an M3, things like that. And I just think that's, kind of small-minded thinking to think that everybody has to get the ultimate performance version. So for me, this is my daily driver. This is my daily commuter. And I drive it every single day, like I said, over an hour. So having the B58 was so much more advantageous for me because it's a cheaper motor, and you're able to get parts a lot easier, and everything on this car is just a lot cheaper. And it also rides very, very smooth. And the B58 has more than enough power, and it's able to be tuned, and power can be added to this car so easily. Not saying that the M3s can't, but this one is just, a platform that I liked. And also, I just really, really enjoy the exhaust note that comes from the B58. I mean, call me biased, but I think the B58 is one of the best sounding motors just because it resembles a lot of my Toyota Chaser when I had. I mean, just a clean inline six and the stock verbal tune from BMW, which I have on the car. It's just so perfect, and it goes very well with the car. So yeah, those are kind of all of my likes and dislikes for this video. Like I said, this one was just going to be kind of a quick overview of the car, what I think about the car, and how it's been over a year of having it. So stay tuned. I am going to have another video about me doing my 90,000 mile maintenance on here, changing spark plugs, doing oil, and just other little things that I'm kind of going to look over for the car. And then yeah, we'll go from there. So thank you, like and subscribe. And if you got any 340 miles that you would like to suggest for me, then please don't hesitate to comment down below, and let's get a chat going. So thank you.